The world was dark and rainy. The streets were empty and solemn. It was the darkest day this city had ever seen, a tragedy unlike anything anyone could have imagined. Through the ruined streets, a lone silhouette ran. Covered in blood, he breathed heavily, limping in pain. His eyes were barely open, obstructed by the blood streaming down his face. His feet splashed through the puddles, completely unbothered by the rainwater beneath him. He ran with heavy breaths toward the end of the alley. He turned once more, desperately hoping to find a way out, but to his horror, there was nowhere left to run. He had reached a dead end. He clenched his teeth and turned to run back. But then, several silhouettes appeared in his vision. "Surrender, Rise. You have nowhere else to go." The three women stared at him with disgust. Rise stared back at each of them with a blank expression. He coughed, each cough bringing up another mouthful of blood. He stood purely through the strength of his essence and sheer willpower. He knew this was the end. The hero and his gang of idiots had finally won. "Good job, guys. Truly the shining beacon of this world." Kaiser frowned. Something felt deeply wrong. "Tonight, I'm taking your head for your sins." "Evil?" Rise raised an eyebrow in bitter amusement. His laughter echoed through the empty streets. "You are one pathetic fool, Kaiser." Kaiser frowned, unable to meet Rise's gaze. "You betrayed me. I was the one who gave you that position." Kaiser's eyes drifted away. His mask of righteousness began to crack. "This scar, you left me to die beneath the rubble. When my life was on the line, you didn't even look back." I couldn't have saved you," Kaiser said weakly. "I heard that bitch of a princess tell you to leave me." Venera's eyes widened. Guilt flashed across her face. "Watch your language," Kaiser warned. Rise's mana flared. Darkness swallowed his body. The heroines instinctively stepped back in fear. "I survived and carved my way back through thousands of miles. If you hadn't lost coordination, we would have. You are just as much a culprit as I am. I served you all my life. I bled for you. It was a choice between you and us, and I chose us." Rise clenched his teeth, burning with silent rage. "Right, of course, you tarnished my name and exiled me. I lived for years, unable to find a place to call home. From that moment on, I swore to make your life a living hell. Even if we were wrong, you still deserve death, Rise." I didn't say another word. "Soon enough, your lies will come to light." A sharp flash pierced the air. Blood exploded into the rain. His corpse collapsed to the ground, motionless. Kaiser stared down, tears welling in his eyes. "It's okay, Kaiser," Venera whispered. He had just lost his best friend. He had to do it this way. The rain washed away the blood, but never the pain. "What the hell is this nonsense? Just like that? Rise is dead? This is stupid. Utterly stupid. Rise is the coolest character. How does it end like this? This author is stupid." He scrolled down to the comments. "Wow, such a cool death. That scum is finally gone. He deserved it. Kaiser was too kind. Let's go. Thank you for the chapter. Teen Venera for the win. How is everyone so happy that Rise is dead?" He was the only one who made sense in this story. "Nobody understands Rise. You lot are idiots." He replied to every single comment. "They're idiots, all of them. How does this make sense? Rise was betrayed. He lived in hell because of their lies." Then he exhaled heavily, completely exhausted. He pushed himself up from the chair and stood. His room was a mess of trash and scattered clothes. With emotionless eyes, he walked through the clutter. His apartment was small, run down, and cramped. He opened the fridge and grabbed the ice cream. "Damn idiots, I need some ice cream to cool down. If these bastards were in Rise's shoes, if I were in his place, I'd make them pay." He shoved the spoon into his mouth aggressively. "Well, it'll never happen anyway." Suddenly, the spoon slipped from his hand. He froze in place. His body suddenly went numb. A burning sensation spread through his chest. His legs buckled, and he collapsed to the ground. He grabbed his shirt, gasping for breath. What is happening?" His eyes suddenly turned pitch black. He fell to the ground, motionless. Ethan had died. Cause of death, heart attack. Ugh. Ethan slowly opened his eyes with a groan. He rubbed his face, his mind a complete mess. What happened? Memories suddenly came flooding back to him. Did I lose consciousness? I remember eating ice cream, and then everything went black. His voice was different, completely different. Why is my voice so much higher and younger? The room he was in wasn't his room. A wooden cabin, natural, unfamiliar. Where the hell am I? Did I get kidnapped? Instinctively, he tried to climb down from the bed. He was far shorter than before. What the hell? He lost his balance and fell, clutching his head. Ouch! Ugh! What is going on? He looked down at his body. Smooth, porcelain skin. His skin wasn't stretched or sickly anymore. He was far skinnier now, almost like a young boy. Don't tell me, did I reincarnate? No, this must be a dream. However, it looked far too real for a dream, almost too real. He pinched his cheek until it hurt. I didn't wake up. Then, he noticed a mirror on the other side of the room. He hurried toward it and stared at his reflection. He was completely stunned, unable to find the words. The boy in the mirror was impossibly handsome. Midnight black hair, mysterious purple eyes, a flawless face. What the hell? I actually reincarnated. I'm in a completely different body. Black hair and purple eyes, interesting combo. I've never even seen purple eyes before. Wait. An epiphany hit Ethan like a truck. Black hair, purple eyes, striking features. He knew a certain individual with these exact features. This can't be Rise, right? No matter how he looked at him, the boy in the mirror looked exactly like Rise. Ha ha ha, surely not, right? Surely I didn't reincarnate as him. Rise, wake the hell up. An old man walked in, tall, gray hair, training clothes. There you are. Why are you looking at me like that? What are you doing? It's time to start. Why are you looking at me like that? No time to waste. I'll be waiting downstairs. The door closed, leaving him alone. Gray hair, that tattoo on his neck. This isn't a coincidence. The truth finally became clear. He was Rise. The truth finally became clear. He had reincarnated as Reese, one of the villains of Magus of the Reverse World. His favorite story. 2 years of his life, his favorite character was never the hero. It was Reese, a boy adopted by the Roy family, trained to become a bodyguard. Loyal to the princess, until she betrayed him. That was when he became a villain, all the way until his death. How was I reincarnated? And why Rise? Is it because I said I would do the same? I'm truly going to lose my mind. Calm down. Understand what happened. Which phase of the story am I in? Rise! Get down here! Yes! The cabin was spacious, with 2 stories. The smell of food filled the air. Looking over the railing, he saw the old man cooking downstairs. This cabin, Rise's training place when he was a child. He walked down the stairs and entered the kitchen. Sit down, food is ready. He nodded and sat down. Eggs, bacon, bread, butter, and milk. Don't leave a single crumb. You need the energy. I forgot how strict this old man was. His name was Geralt. He had found Rise and adopted him 2 years ago. I guess I've been brought to the start of Rise's journey. This training shaped how strong Rise became. Gulp, could this be? What are you waiting for, Rise? Eat. Yes, sir. He wolfed down the food rapidly. Once he was finished, he looked at Geralt. Go put on your training clothes. Meet me outside in 5 minutes. Understood? Yes, sir. This is so odd. I'm actually talking to a web novel character. If this is a dream, it's a weird one. He saw the clothes waiting on his chair. He quickly put them on and checked his appearance in the mirror. Brown pants and a brown shirt. Plain but comfortable. Okay, this is good enough. Sigh. What the hell am I even doing? He didn't realize that he had already started behaving like Rise. Was he really Rise? Or was he still Ethan? Or perhaps a mix of both? The questions kept piling up, with no answers. Well, I have nothing to lose. I can only play along for now. However, if I'm truly Rise now, and this isn't a dream, then isn't this a bit too sick of a joke? After that, Ethan walked down the stairs and left the cabin. A cold breeze brushed against his face. The forest welcomed him. Trees and greenery stretched as far as the eye could see. Birds chirped while the rustling leaves played like music in the breeze. The sun rose above the horizon, its golden rays piercing through the trees. It was breathtaking. For a moment, he simply stood there, taking it all in. So gorgeous. The air is so fresh, I feel like I'm healing. His lungs filled with the crisp, fresh air. His body felt energetic, not sluggish. He had lived in that obese body for years, constantly suffering. Come down here, Rise, Geralt called from across the field. Ethan opened his eyes and walked down the stairs. So, what are we going to do, sir? You already know. You've been chosen as the princess's escort. Protect her. Put her life above yours. Sacrifice yourself. Be strong, capable, smart, and ready to die at a moment's notice. Ethan's eyes grew darker as he listened. Right, this part. Brainwashed to become her devoted follower. Pathetic. Why wouldn't the royal family assign a hunter instead? The princess doesn't want an older person following her. The choice fell on you because I recommended you. You have no family. The royal family gives you purpose. Do not disappoint me. Piece of shit. Ethan squinted subtly. I'll try my best, sir. He didn't understand the situation yet. Saying no would be reckless. For now, I need to play along and see where this leads. Good. You have 10 years until you awaken your soul core. Ethan nodded. In this world, everyone could awaken at the age of 16 and gain a gift. But most people never did. It all depended on talent, genetics, and luck. Those who awaken become heroes, catapulted to fame. A medical checkup could estimate your chances of awakening. An active essence core guaranteed awakening. If not, you were just normal. For 5 years, you'll undergo physical, psychological, and academic training. Yes, sir. We'll start by building your stamina and muscle strength. Go stand next to that tree. Ethan didn't understand why, but he walked over to it. Now, run laps around the entire field. How many laps should I do? I'll tell you when to stop. Now go. Ethan started running. I haven't run in decades. My body feels so light. The wind rustled through his hair as he completed the first lap. Keep your pace, Rise. Yes, sir. The second, third, and fourth laps passed quickly. He wasn't tired yet. However, his breathing quickened. His heart started racing. Geralt didn't move. He simply watched in silence. Several more laps passed. Exhaustion began to set in. His muscles grew tired. His breathing became uneven. Sweat broke across his forehead as he continued running. Geralt, aren't we going to stop? He clenched his teeth. Keep going. Don't slow down. Damn you! Ethan swallowed the pain and continued running. Several more laps passed. His body started to ache badly. His legs felt like 2 massive rocks he had to drag. His body was soaked in sweat. He could barely see. I said, don't slow down. Are you kidding me? I'm in a 6-year-old's body. Geralt didn't care. He kept pushing Ethan to run. They reached the 20th lap. His body felt like it was burning. He started stumbling every few steps, barely able to keep his balance. Sir, keep going. Why should I follow your orders? I'm dying here. He hated being mocked. He had been bullied for his weight his entire life. He became a shut-in. But deep down, he wanted to prove them wrong. The pain and the taste of blood fueled his adrenaline. He ran faster. Damn you, Geralt, you senile old man. Geralt raised an eyebrow. Interesting. I thought he was about to fall. Ah! He yelled as he forced himself through another lap, running on sheer willpower. He was about to continue, but Geralt finally spoke. Stop. That's good enough. I've seen enough. Ethan slowed to a halt, staring at Geralt with wide eyes. His chest heaved rapidly as he struggled to catch his breath. Then his eyes rolled back. He collapsed to the ground. Everything became pitch black. I'm feeling so nauseous, I'm going to vomit. That was when he saw Geralt approaching. He crouched down beside him. Your stamina isn't good enough yet. Twice a day, 40 laps, or no food. He's insane. This man is insane. Get me out of here. Drink this. Tier 5 recovery potion. A blue liquid swirled within the bottle. Tier 5 was stronger than Tier 6 and Tier 7. There were 7 tiers in total. Ethan grabbed the potion and chugged it down. A sweet, minty taste filled his mouth. A cool sensation spread through his veins, bones, and every cell in his body. Within seconds, he was back to normal, fully recovered. This is insane. Magic is real. People in his old world would have lost their minds fighting over this. It was a miracle no medicine could replicate. Yet, it was one of the weaker potions, cheap and common in this world. The difference between the two worlds was massive. Ethan slowly stood up and looked at Geralt. Thank you. Geralt simply nodded and walked back to his seat. Ethan followed him silently. Now, do as many push-ups as you physically can. Push-ups? That brings back some really bad memories. The last time he had tried push-ups was in PE class. He couldn't even do one. Everyone laughed, even the girl he had a crush on. That moment left him deeply traumatized. He hated physical activities ever since. But things were different now. He could do it. Gulping nervously, he lowered himself and took a deep breath. Oh? He was surprised by how easy it was. He kept going, pushing himself endlessly. Past 10. He was already well past the 10 mark, yet he continued. His arms weakened with every push. By the 20th, they were already shaking. Keep going. You need to do at least 25. Damn it. Ugh. He lost all his strength on the 23rd push-up and collapsed. He stared up at Geralt, who wore a cold expression. Shit, I couldn't reach the number he wanted. I'm sorry, sir. It's fine. It's your first day. Just follow my guidance. If you'd only treat me like the 6-year-old I am, old man. Knowing Geralt from the book, Ethan knew things would only get more brutal from here. He was truly stuck here, reincarnated into this world until the day he died. What if He was starting to panic inwardly. But why was he panicking? Wasn't this what he had wished for? A fresh start somewhere else, a place where no one knew him. This was the perfect solution. A fresh start. I could change Rise's fate. I could make him succeed. He felt the determination he had always wished for return. He wanted to forget his past, to forget Ethan, the loser Ethan. I'm Ethan no more. Now I'm Rise. A week passed. The most hellish training of his life. Brutal training. Vomiting. Soreness that lasted throughout the night. Potions were the only thing keeping him going through the pain. The first 3 days were brutal. Vomiting, sore nights. But with each passing day, he felt his strength, speed, and stamina improving. People in this world were naturally stronger. The essence in the air seemed to fuel their bodies. Rise noticed his growth in real time. He was getting stronger. His number of laps steadily increased. By the end of the week, his push-up record had doubled, only for Geralt to increase the intensity and make it brutal all over again. By the end of that week, Rise felt as if he had aged 10 years. Day 8. Rise woke early, showered, ate, and headed outside for training. He found Geralt already waiting. There were no running instructions today. Today, we start building your foundation for combat. All forms of combat. All weapons. Am I ready now? Far from it. This is merely the first step. He showed Rise a wooden training dummy. Then he launched a precise punch. Fast and accurate. He punched again and again. Perfect form. His punch is straight as an arrow. The key is posture and channeling energy through your body. Come on, give it a try. Rise stepped forward. He took the same posture. Then, bang, he punched the dummy. A sharp pain shot through his knuckles. Ouch! Weak, slow. You broke your momentum. Do it again. Shaking his hand, he took the same posture again. Bang! Even more pain. Ouch! Who thought punching hardwood was a good idea? Do it again. Not strong enough. But, sir, it hurts until it doesn't. That's how you learn. Rise stared at him coldly. You got it, old man. Irritated, he took the posture again. Bang! Again! Bang! He kept punching, over and over. Blood began to stain the dummy. His blood, his hands were bleeding, and every time Geralt found something else for him to fix. Rise didn't say another word. He kept going. His hands dripped with blood, the pain replaced by numbness. His body was soaked in sweat. His breathing came fast and uneven. So this is why he trained my stamina. This is brutal. For hours, all he did was punch the dummy. Geralt watched with narrowed eyes. His learning ability is impressive. Only a few hours. With every attempt, Geralt saw improvement in real time. He had potential, but I never thought it was this incredible. Rise absorbed Geralt's knowledge like a dry sponge. With every punch, his movements grew stronger and more refined. His anger seeped into every strike. Each punch became more violent. Blood and splinters tore into his hands. But he clenched his teeth and kept going. I'll show you what I'm capable of, old bastard. By the time the sun was high overhead, Geralt finally stopped him. Enough! The moment Rise heard that, he dropped to the ground. His hands were a complete mess. His knuckles were torn open, raw flesh exposed. Geralt saw them, sighed, and pulled out a potion. Tier 4 healing potion. Tier 4? Isn't that really expensive? You can't fight with injured hands. Drink it. The strongest empire in the world, infinite money. Rise grabbed the potion and downed it in one gulp. A familiar minty flavor filled his mouth. The healing began. A recovery potion restored stamina. A healing potion repaired wounds. Rise watched as his hands healed in real time. Within minutes, they were almost completely healed. Rise stood up and stretched his sore body. We'll continue after you rest this evening. Yes, sir. Rise walked inside to find his meal already waiting. Geralt had prepared it for him. Healthy, yet surprisingly delicious. He wolfed down the entire meal. Then he lay down and fell asleep almost instantly. Everything was measured. His meals, his training, his sleep. He felt like a robot. Yet, he felt good. He was getting stronger. The progress was addicting. It motivated him to push even harder. He knew this was only the beginning. It would get much worse. 1 month later. Too slow, Rise. Predict your enemy's trajectory. Cling! Cling! Swords clashed. Rise attacked relentlessly. He swung left and right, pressing the assault without giving Geralt a moment to breathe. But he couldn't find a single weakness. Impossible. For an entire month, he trained in martial arts, weapons, and physical conditioning. Physical training in the morning, martial arts in the afternoon, sword training in the evening, and he thrived. He absorbed knowledge hungrily, learning, improving. In just 1 month, he had gone from completely clueless to a genuine fighter. Ha! Ha! He thrust his sword forward. Geralt effortlessly deflected the attack and sent Rise staggering backward. You can't reveal your intentions through your eyes. You'll die. So will Her Highness. Do you want that? Rise breathed heavily, wiping the sweat from his forehead. I don't care if she dies or rots in hell. Then show me what you're capable of. The words only riled Rise up further. Already frustrated, he tightened his grip on the sword and attacked again. Their swords clashed, the sound echoing through the dark forest. For hours he practiced. He knew the movements by heart. He wasn't aiming to simply learn them. He was aiming for mastery, until every movement became as natural as breathing. He was getting closer to that goal. He didn't know if he was fast or slow, but he could feel it. He was close. Ha, 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 ha. We're done for today. Go inside, shower, and rest. Yes, sir. After showering, he stood in front of the mirror. He was shocked by the transformation. Taller, more defined, different. The lazy, weak look in his eyes was slowly fading. He could feel the weak Ethan inside him disappearing. Or so he thought. I'm really starting to like my new face. Being handsome will definitely help. Rise was too stupid to make use of this lethal weapon. He changed clothes and walked back to his room. The moment he lay down, he fell asleep almost instantly. That night, he woke up feeling thirsty. Rubbing his eyes, he quietly walked out to get some water. Then he stopped. A silhouette stood near the window. Geralt? He went down the stairs and approached him. He noticed the man had a cup in his hand. Why are you awake this late? I was going to get some water. Geralt nodded and took a sip. Rise stood there awkwardly. Something was clearly on Geralt's mind. He rarely shows emotion. What's bothering him? Rise turned to walk away. Come here, boy. I need to tell you something. Rise turned around and approached him. His shadowed expression was solemn and menacing. What is it? Sigh. Geralt sighed and swirled his drink. You're still a child. The world is cruel. Be ready for blood. Protect the princess. People would do anything to get to her. Things may seem calm, but it's all a facade. This world will be turned upside down. It's no exaggeration. I'm preparing you to save the world. The boy was left speechless. Geralt's words hit him hard. He hadn't realized it until now. This world was his new reality. It wasn't fiction anymore. It was real life. He could actually die. I know, Geralt. I've already seen the future. But your princess, I never cared about her. Only my survival matters.